We will not allow it. We will not allow it. I'm ready to fight. It is my integrity that is at stake, and I won't allow any contractor, no matter how much you are connected, to rubbish my integrity. I will never allow it. That alone is costing quite a lot of money. But however, this is the rundown of the figures. Number one, the first section, 47.47, is costing 1.067 trillions, and it's by 6 lanes. Now, when you divide this 1.067 trillion by 47.47 by 2, you will get 11.57 billion per kilometer of 3 lanes. A standard road is 2 lanes. Standard federal highway is 2 lanes. So by the time you now divide it by 3 and multiply by 2, you will now say that a standard coastal road is going for 7.5 billion per kilometer of standard highway. However, this 7.5 includes all the fillings, shore protections, the solar, light all through, the planting of tree, the protection of the shoulders. We are using reinforced concrete retaining wall from beginning to the end to retain the earth. We are putting a number of flyovers and underpasses. We are doing that. At kilometer 20, and the press been taking there severally, just like other places, you encounter a pit of up to 20 meters. And then this pit we removed and then refilled with lumps in levels and in stages. And then we are passing through there now. At kilometer 32, we also have encountered such this now. If you put all these things together, and then you go to Elemone that was awarded about 7 years ago, we encountered 156 billion for 30 kilometers of road, and to be done with asphalt. What we are talking about coastal highway is we are using 275 millimeter of concrete grade 40, and we are using Y20 millimeter, at 200 longitudinal, and the Y16 at 500, widthwise. So, leave out the president or any other person. Hold me accountable. Ask me questions, come for debate, and I will give you the cost of 1 meter cubed of concrete. In Bodo Boni, as at 5 years ago, the cost of 1 meter cubed of concrete awarded by the past administration is 729,000 per meter cubed. We started coastal highway with 350,000 per meter cubed. Now, let me also tell you that the Deutsche Bank that led the other international banks to review the cost of the project so as to fund the 70% of the loan component, they said that that project was undervalued. It was undervalued. And when it was time to contribute, to give the loan, that project was oversubscribed by $100 million. And so if the financial institutions can give us this credit, we are ready to face anybody. But when you are criticizing us, be very objective and tell the public the truth. And the president, and I said before God I serve, has never
specifications when it comes to the work that have been assigned to do so.
We are also very mindful of our integrity, because when you are not following us and the contractors, some even prefer to go up and down, bribing people and all kinds of stuff, to undermine the Ministry of Works. So help us. There is nothing hidden in our ministry. Help us, let us check contractors and ask questions. When a project is not being properly done or is not ongoing, ask questions and we provide the answers. Today we have taken off the second carriageway from China Harbor. They can go and say all sorts of things, but people can attest that our people are suffering. Whereas the president has directed no NMPC projects should stop. Contractors are, they're very trickish. They read newspapers. Oh, there is no funding. Oh, this. But this project, they still have our advance payment. So, if you cannot work when you are sure that the federal government will pay, I won't push a contractor to work when I know that, there is no funding. I won't do that. But when there is funding and you want to stay on the road forever and over as it's been happening in the past, we will not allow it. We will not allow it. I'm ready to fight. Yes.
Complete failure, sir, which we expect litigations in some cases where the contractor refuse to comply completely and complete the works given.
They can go to court. Not a problem. But I've always said this. The lives of the people, very important. And that is the mandate given to Mr. President by God Almighty that brought him in spite of all obstacles. So when we save the lives of our people, we can meet in court. No wahala.
Excellency, any timeline now for completion? Monday, new fresh timeline?
Yes. If by the 15th of November, they don't finish the scope of work given to them, I will come here, I will terminate it. We must begin to try our local contractors. There are a lot of them that are doing very, very well. The problem with expatriates is that some of them have over 25 projects. I'm an engineer and I have confidence in local contractors. And I want you to check. From Monday, Tuesday, you see local contractors on this Abuja-bound carriageway. And I want you to judge the quality of work. After all, it's still our people that use it. It's all about discipline. It's all about discipline and sticking to the ethics of the profession. And we are going to prove it. We will give everybody room for their money. And we are very transparent, in achieving this. Yes.
What's the cost per kilometer, sir?
I would like you to ask me that question when I'm doing my final this thing. And the problem is that we are a bit mischievous. I will run the figures again, and you will still ask me what is the cost per kilometer, again and again. But I will run it, and I will run it as a professor of engineering practice. And when I run it, keep it and use it and defend us. This is very important. So today, not today. Let me address the press. Please, this is very important moment. For government functionaries, you cannot be tired of explaining and explaining.
Yes.
And I'm not tired of explaining this 4 legacy project of Mr. President. And I want to plead with people. You shouldn't just be interested in cost per kilometer. You should be interested in the quality of the job, the kind of project we are doing, the impact of the project on the economy. Now, when people are asking cost per kilometer, I went to 4 television houses at the beginning of this project, and I've directed that my encounter with Arise, where I was using my head, and the RUFAI, they call him, was using calculator. And it was Abati that was begging us, say, please, it was, that was begging us to stop, because I gave classical and empirical account of the project. But let me also say, apart from directing that encounter to be on social media, let me also rerun the program. Now, the first section is 47.47 kilometers, and it's 6 lanes. And these 6 lanes, we also have additional lane for train. And so we have a corridor of 60 meters. These 60 meters, we filled sharp sand from beginning to the end. And at Challenge 3, we encountered refuse that went up to 10 meters. We excavated this refuse up to 10 meters. We refilled it with pure sharp sand. At kilometer 13, we encountered ocean surge, and we have to do what the Eco-Atlantic did to protect the road. That alone is costing quite a lot of money. But however, this is the...
So you see now that he's trending all over social media, looking more like David UMAHI does not know what he's doing and all of that. You see, sometimes these guys that are in public place, they don't understand, sometimes the power, given to them. To me, I feel they abuse it most times on the way they use these powers. Yes, because it's a very simple something. Somebody who is a public servant, of course, if you know, if you understand your position, it becomes very, very easy for you to deal with. I really do not see any reason why Umai should be getting angry over a simple questions, a cost per kilometer. It's very, very simple questions. So Umai was supposed to have known that yes, he's a public servant and he owed them, this duty to give account. We're talking about accountability and transparency. If you are transparent and you are accountable, this shouldn't be a difficult thing to do. Now that he has run through this cost as in off head, at least it will subtle whatever question. It's a very simple thing, something. Give us cost per kilometer. Know how to, okay, if you don't have it at the moment, or you've not run the calculation at the moment, it's okay. I don't want to give a wrong figure at the moment. Let me come back when next I come on the station. I'll make some empirical fact statement on the cost per kilometer. That, or at this point now, we cannot equate the cost per kilometer until we have gotten to some certain level of kilometers. At that point, we can now do plus and minus and divide. That this is what it costs as an engineer. You understand? So this is what I keep telling people. So it's not about getting angry. It's not about, now that everybody is now dragging Minister Omai on social media, that he doesn't want to release the cost per kilometer, making people now, whatever he drops now, people will now be thinking that yes, he has manipulated the figures, he has done this, he has done that, but then accountability is what really matters. That is my subject matter here. Accountability. The people in office should understand the place of accountability. Know that you are accountable to the people that has assigned you this post. I mean, you are accountable to Nigerian. You are accountable to the masses, because these are taxpayers' money. That you are a minister, you have the power, does not give you, does not, that you are not bigger than everybody. So that is it. Of course, I saw the anti-protester against RUFAI and Arise TV asking RUFAI to. I tried to evaluate the questions that RUFAI has asked Minister Umai. Honestly speaking, those questions are very, very right, and it's not insultive. It's a questions that should be asked. You as a profession, you that this is your field, you should know how to answer these questions without raising eyebrows. It was the response that Minister Omai gave that was what drew attention to these questions. It was now looking as if there is something to it. This is not the very first time he's doing road. He has done local roads. He has done, he has done many work. This is not his first job. It's just that this is a very, very massive project, in the country. And thank God that they are doing it. We just hope that they complete the project, Yes. So if questions like this should come up, people should know how to answer it. And here now, you have answered very, very well. Whichever figure you gave, that is what you have put out. And nobody is going to question you. We will not get what will be our own. We can only go back and interpret it and look at it. We have people that will go back and and then they will come back to ask questions. And if they come back to ask questions, like we have said,